Excellent.
Shall we start in Lisbon, the game that Coisty's going to watch? A lot of people making a lot of how significant it is for Ruben Amorim. I'm thinking it's significant simply because it's his final game at home in charge of Sporting, and he'll want to make life mighty difficult for Man City.
Yeah, he will, and I think he'll be aware that eyes are on him, scrutinising as well. So he's got a chance to make a statement. He's got a chance to make himself a hero before he even starts the Man United job. They will love him if he does a number on Manchester City tonight. Sporting have done well. They're in the top 8 in that Champions League table so far. You can understand why Manchester United have gone with him. This is a really weird situation. I think the fans are okay. The Sporting fans are okay with him, so I don't think there'll be any negativity within the stadium that he's going. And Manchester City have got an injury crisis. Big opportunity for Ruben Amorim, and I'm fascinated by the game tonight.
Wouldn't be a major shock, would it, in current form? I know we're probably getting a little bit carried away, maybe reading a little bit too much into City's last couple of results. You could argue they could quite easily have equalised down at Bournemouth at the weekend there, Ed. But certainly, I mentioned earlier on, we come on at 6 o'clock, I really genuinely thinking missing Rodri, which I knew they would, but it's been proved the case so far. And Sporting Lisbon, particularly at home, their form's been excellent.
Yeah, obviously Rodri's out for the season, and that's going to be a big miss. But I don't think enough has been made of Manchester City's injury crisis. This isn't just one key player who's out. Stones and Diaz were out at the weekend as well. Kevin De Bruyne was on the bench, but clearly not ready to come back in the starting lineup, and he's missed a lot of games as well. People talk about how big City's squad is, but they haven't been filling up the bench recently. And when Pep said they had 13 fit outfield players, when you did the analysis, he was absolutely spot on. It's a major injury crisis for Manchester City, and I'm amazed that they didn't creak until Saturday. It's a big chance for Sporting with the injury crisis City have got, but it's also a big chance for Arsenal, Liverpool, to really capitalise at the top of the Premier League table while City have got so many key players out.
It's going to be fascinating at Anfield as well, isn't it? The return of Xabi Alonso, who, of course, we're led to believe was wooed by Liverpool as their next manager. In the end, it's turned out to be Arne Slot. Is there any question in your mind, Aid, that Alonso will still get a fabulous welcome back at Anfield?
No, he will. I mean, he's a hero to those fans. They absolutely loved him while he played for them. He did wonderful things for them. There's no reason why they wouldn't give him a good reception. I'm going to be at Anfield tonight. I'm so looking forward to it. The show comes from Anfield, 7 p.m, and that's a brilliant game. And Leverkusen, they're doing okay. They've recovered from a little bit of a shaky start, but drawing a lot of games, and I do expect a draw tonight. I think Leverkusen will up their game. I think they're all about Champions League this season. He really wanted to give it a bit of a crack. But Liverpool have got some quality, we know that. So that's why they're top of the table. And I was there on Saturday as well. They did not play well, but ground out a good result, changed things in the second half. Curtis Jones was really impressive when he came on, and Mo Salah does what he does. So there's something I didn't expect from Arne Slot's Liverpool this season. Didn't expect it at all. But they really do look like contenders. And I think it's going to be a terrific game tonight and a terrific atmosphere.
I think you're right, Ed. I'm looking forward to watching. Obviously, I'm over in Lisbon for the City game, but I'll catch the highlights of that Liverpool game. Leverkusen, absolutely remarkable season last year by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, and I think they started fairly well. Bundesliga, they're obviously going to get judged in last year's performance, but they're sitting there fourth. I know they're 6 or 7 points Bayern Munich, but they're still an excellent side, mate.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. There's some really good players. The way they played last season was phenomenal, and they had a great spirit together as well. But Wirtz he's one hell of a player. There's some real serious talent in that squad, and that's why I expect it to be a draw tonight. Just the way that Liverpool did play on Saturday, they weren't at 100%, and I think Leverkusen will raise their game as well. So I think it's going to be really competitive tonight.
Aid, have a brilliant night. There's going to be a fantastic
atmosphere
atmosphere there. There always is, and I agree with you. It should be a great game.
By the way, you saying I'm a chief wind-up merchant, and then you say Frank Lampard for West Ham. I think you've taken over, mate. You've taken over.
It's a valid point, Ed. It's a valid point.
I was not trying to wind anybody up. I just think that Frank would be an interesting choice as West Ham manager Thanks, mate.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.